Welcome everybody to this talk, end-to-end business outsourcing. Before we go a little bit more into detail, let's talk about subcontracting. More than 4 million SMEs in the EU use subcontracting practices, which is around 17% of companies. In some sectors, this percentage goes even higher, such as in electronics, where it's 50%, and pharma and biotech, where it's 60%. And subcontracting is really here to stay because 83% of SMEs want to increase their spending on outsourcing. Welcome everybody to this talk, end-to-end business outsourcing, from purchasing and production to final delivery logistics. My name is Luis Van Ginderakter, and I'm part of the business support analyst team in the manufacturing expertise. Feel free to scan to ask some questions, but I will put again the QR code at the end if you have some questions. And I know for sure that many companies outsource. I've been helping them in project implementation, in tickets, or in live support. And maybe your company is subcontracting, or maybe it will in the future, or as a partner, maybe some of your clients will subcontract. So that's why subcontracting is key. And let's just get a small reminder about what subcontracting is. It's really outsourcing specific stages of the manufacturing process to a third-party producer. And the benefits of it is that it usually involves some cost reductions and you can get good quality components. However, it's important to know that we need to have a reliable partner and that we lose control of the operations. And hence, it's also a long-term expense. And it can bring some communication challenges, but these can be mitigated with Odoo thanks to some functionalities that we will see later. What is important to know is that subcontracting is key for many businesses, and that thanks to Odoo is very easy to manage, especially since Odoo 19, where we have improved the user interface of subcontracting receptions. So in Odoo, companies can source, in subcontracting, companies can source their components in different ways. Today we will see first when components are resupplied by a subcontractor. And this is when the contractor company ships components to a subcontracting each time a purchase order for a subcontracted product is confirmed. So in this case, Electronic Masters is selling this smart laptop to Azure. However, the one manufacturing is going to be Computer Geeks, but for Computer Geeks to deliver it to us and then we send it to Azure, we need to resupply the subcontractor with 4 smart motherboards. And this transfer here is what really makes it a subcontracting flow. The other way how components can be sourced is via dropshipping subcontractor. And here, it is really when a contractor company purchases components for a subcontracted product from a vendor and have them delivered directly to the subcontractor. The difference here is that it doesn't go through our stock at all. It will go from the vendor directly to our subcontractor, and then the subcontractor will dropship this product to the customer Azure. So this here is what we call dropshipping components to a subcontractor. And here we see what is classically called as dropship. So you can also see the difference between those two different types of dropshipping. So now we will do a small demo where we will show both kinds of sourcing. I will just present you a little bit in detail what's going to be the flow. So in this case, our company, Electronic Master, is selling the advanced AI laptop to Odoo, so a company you might have heard before. And this advanced AI laptop is going to be drop shipped from Computer Geeks, which is our subcontractor, directly to Odoo. But we are going to have what will make it a subcontracting flow is that we will resupply Computer Geeks with an advanced screen. And this advanced screen itself will be, we will buy it from a vendor which is called TechComp. And on the other hand, we will also have ID Controls, which is one of our subcontractors, which will drop ship to Computer Geeks an advanced AI motherboard. So here is what we will call the dropship subcontractor. To make it a little bit more complex, we will need to resupply to ID controls one of the components of the advanced AI motherboard, which is going to be the AI chip. And just we will use the following strategy, which is just in time, meaning that we will not have any stock of the AI chip or the advanced screen in our warehouse. So enough chit-chat. Let's see a little bit more in Odoo how we can manage this. So the first thing before really starting into the flow is we will see how this graph that we have seen, this diagram, how it's translated into Odoo. So for that, some tips that I can already say, it's good when you categorize your products into which part they belong into the subcontracting flow. So there can be components, semi-finished products, or finished products. Here, what interests us is really to see what is going to be the bill of material, so let's say the recipe of the advanced AI laptop. In this case, we are going to be able to see the two components and that we subcontracted to Computer Geeks. But if we dive into the bomber view, we are going to get even more information about that. We can see the two components that Computer Geeks needs to be delivered in order to be able to manufacture this. And we can see that there is a small triangle there indicating that we have different levels of bill of material. Because as we saw, the advanced AI motherboard also has an AI chip. And if we unfold it, we can even see who is the subcontractor of the AI chip. As well, if we activate the forecast, it gives us even more information about what is the status of each of the products, also the availability based on lead times, even though today we will not really see lead times, but here you will be able to calculate how long it will take you to get this outsourced product. So also that is something important to note, is that of course Computer Geeks is going to need more than just those two components to manufacture the advanced AI laptop. However, if our company Electronic Master doesn't take part of purchasing those components, there is nothing that you need to put in Odoo. That's something that Computer Geeks will deal by themselves. So let's just see how this will look in Odoo, and let's start our flow. I hope you are with me still. So the first thing to start the flow is really, since we are selling Electronic Master to Odoo, we will start with a sales order. Let me just type it correct, and then we will sell, as we talked, the advanced AI laptop. We have already agreed this sale with Odoo, so there is no need to negotiate this price or send a request for quotation. We will just confirm it right away. Since we are subcontracting the advanced AI laptop, automatically we have a purchase order for this product for Computer Geeks. And since it's one of our subcontractors and we know we have already negotiated the price, we can as well confirm this order. As soon as we will confirm, we will see that we will have some smart buttons that will appear that will allow us really to do the whole flow easily. So let me just confirm, and we're going to see that two new smart buttons are going to appear. The first one that we will look is at the dropship. So basically, now here we can see that the dropship for the advanced AI laptop to our customer Odoo has been created. So it's really this transfer here, the green one, that has been created there. And let's remember this sequence for later. On the other hand, as well, we can see that we have a resupply, because we need to resupply to Computer Geeks our advanced screen. So we can see that it's not available. As I say, we are following a just-in-time strategy, so we don't have it in stock. On the other hand, now if I duplicate, we are gonna see. If I duplicate a tab and we go to the purchases, we are going to be able to see that a new request for quotation has been generated automatically for ID controls. If we see the source, and this is what I was mentioning to you before, once we have this dropship has been created about the final product, a request for quotation has been generated for ID controls for the advanced AI motherboard. Meaning that as soon as this transfer is created, we have those two, this transfer has been automatically created, but since we also buy the advanced AI motherboard to ID controls, this request for quotation has been created automatically. And you might wonder, something that has changed is in the dropship, we can see whether those components have been consumed, and as we can see in this dropship, it has not been the case, meaning that we cannot dropship it yet. So now we will confirm the request for quotation for IT controls for the advanced AI motherboard. So let me just confirm this. And when we confirm this purchase order, again we have two new smart buttons that have appeared. From one side, we have the dropship, the subcontractor. So it's going to be this flow here that we're going to see. However, if we register, we can see that it contains the AI chip. However, it has not been consumed, meaning that we should not deliver it yet. I mean, the subcontractor should not deliver it yet. On the other hand, we can see that we have a resupply. Why? Because we need to resupply ID controls with an AI chip. So basically, the transfer that we are seeing here is this one here. Because we, electronic masters, need to resupply ID controls with an AI chip so that they can manufacture the advanced AI motherboard to later dropship it to computer geeks. And as we can see here, it's not available. As I say, we are following a just-in-time strategy. So now, if we check on our flow, we can see that we are in both resupplies waiting for our components. So we don't have the AI chip and we don't have the advanced screen. So what we need to do now is really to buy those two components from TechComp. So this is what we will do, and for that we're going to use a nice feature of Odoo, which is the replenishment dashboard. And in the replenishment dashboard, you can see what are the products that needs to be replenished. So either by buying or manufacture based on the forecasted quantity and the number of stock that you expect to have in your warehouse. So in this case, we have 0 on hand for the advanced screen and 0 for our AI chip. But we can see that the forecast is -1 because we have those two transfers here that tells Odoo that we should have one, that there is a need for those two products. So quickly, since it has been configured, we can actually order those two components. And we can see that a purchase order has been generated. And since they both share the same vendor, Odoo is going to regroup all the components to the same vendor when it's in RFQ status, meaning it has not been confirmed, and this is done to have less costs, for instance, if you have some delivery fees and so on. So now I will just confirm this order so we can have the advanced screens and the AI chip in our stock. And I will proceed to the reception of those two products. So now we will be able to do the flow on the other side. So we will start now by receiving those two components in Electronic Masters. So let me just validate. And when we validate, we will have then 1 unit of each in our stock. Meaning now that if I now check availability for my resupply for my advanced screen, now it's going to change status from non-available to available. So now we can validate this transfer. And what we have done so far is we have received those two components, and we just validated that Computer Geeks has received the advanced screen. But Computer Geeks still needs to have the advanced AI motherboard. So we will just they need the advanced AI motherboard, but for that IT control needs the AI chip that we will resupply it to IT controls. So we can again check the availability. Now it's ready, And as I say, we can communicate with our vendors thanks to the chatter, so the communication should be easier. And we can then validate. This means that now ID control has the ID control has now the AI chip, so they are going to be able to do the dropship to computer geeks. So let me just go back, and here we will have the dropship. We have just done the resupply of our AI chip, and now we will dropship the advanced AI motherboard. Okay, and here something that you can see is that we have a specific allocation for our subcontractors, and if we check the advanced AI motherboard, we can see that now the AI chip has been consumed. So we can validate this transfer to meaning that now Computer Geeks has received both the advanced AI motherboard and as well the advanced screen. So the only thing left to do is really to finalize this flow by validating the dropship when Computer Geeks tell us that it has been dropshipped. So for that, we can go back to the original purchase order, and here we are going to be able to see that both resupplies have been done. Everything is good, so I can now proceed to do my final dropship and validate. If I want to be sure that it's correct, I can see also that both products have been consumed, meaning that everything has been going well in our side. And once Computer Geek tell us that it's been dropshipped, we will validate. So we have finished the whole flow, because now Odoo is quite happy that it has received an advanced AI laptop, so its employees can do talks during the OR experience. So the key takeaways is that subcontracting is key for many businesses and is really growing, especially in certain sectors such as automotive or biotech and electronics. And subcontracting is easy to manage with Odoo. Today we have seen that we can dropship finished products, but also the components can be resupplied to our subcontractors or dropshipped from a vendor to our subcontractors. But of course there are many other flows that could be configured, and this is something that we can also help you do it. But if you have some questions about the talk, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for listening.
Thanks a lot, Luis, for the nice presentation and demo. Let's see if there are any questions on our pad. Let's wait for a second, maybe.
Maybe I was a bit too clear, so...
Was too good, no questions. Let's wait maybe for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then... Okay, wait a second.
Yeah, the internet is sometimes not great, so it takes a
I
bit of
guess,
time to
okay,
charge.
so... All right, yeah, we have 3 questions indeed. First of all, how can I manage subcontractors in a service firm?
So in a service flow?
Yeah, service firm.
Service firm. I mean, in a service firm, of course, you don't have physical products, so you will not have this kind of transfers. But there is also the possibility in Odoo to manage service flows with service companies. So that's something, I mean, if you are interested, I think we can explain it to you later in one of our booths. So we can show you really how we can configure that within Odoo. But it's totally possible. It's just that there is no these transfers, as there is no physical products.
Okay. Second one, can I change the way we are working in the middle of the process? Instead of drop shipping to the customer, can I get it back in my stock?
I mean, you are able to do it because, I mean, the transfer are created, but that doesn't mean that you can cancel them if you don't want to, and then you can readapt the way that your flow continues, but you will have to, for sure, cancel the dropship that has been created, and then readjust to make sure that if you want to receive it first in stock, which was one of the scenarios that we saw at the beginning. I mean, this is also possible to receive it first in our stock and then deliver it to our final company, to our final customer if it's needed.
Okay, and last one, I think. How do you manage the price structure of the process and the price of finished goods?
So, I mean, if by how do you manage? As I show, you can have in the BOM overview before we start in the demo. You can really see what are the costs of your components, and in that way, you are able to see how much is the product gonna cost you. And as well, I mean, now with Odoo 19, when you have a request for quotation, you can also check some price comparison, so that you can also see what has been the previous cost of your product or components at any point. And if you have several vendors for a product, then you can see which one has a lower price, for instance.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Luis, and thanks everybody for attending.
Well.